Have you seen what NASA has been doing with Artemis? No, let's look. Please, God, give me something to look at. NASA, Artemis. Artemis 1, Flight Day 9. What's going on here? Artemis is the first step in the next era of human exploration. Together with commercial and international partners, NASA will establish a sustainable presence on the moon to prepare for missions to Mars. Neat. Okay, can I be real with you guys? Moon the Mars bases are soy and stupid. Moon bases are cool. Moon bases are like real and realistic and pragmatic. The moon is just a couple days away. The Mars mission would be months long, and we could only do it sometimes because of the way the orbits don't always align. I care way more about building a base on the moon than I do Mars. See, this is the nice thing about reaching the moon, is that you can just fucking go there. The moon is close enough that you can just fly at it, whereas with Mars, you have to do some, like, complicated orbital shit to get there. Yeah, exactly, Zan. That's why I want it. Woo, look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All my time in Kerbal Space Program. Doing a little gravity assist. They sure do love doing their little wibbly-wobbly, drive-bys. Orion going behind the moon. Hold on. Earth set as Orion prepares for outbound powered flyby. It sure is cool that in the modern world, we can get, like, basically live HD video footage of lunar flybys. Right there. But the transmission ends right here, right? We don't have a bunch of transmission relays that are out around lunar orbit. So once the satellite is on the other side of the moon, it can't relay stuff to us. Because the moon's in the way. It can't send the information to us. It's pretty dope, Seven Soda, yeah. What happened to space mining? Space mining is still a thing. Ah, nice, Katie Bugs. I'll take a look. Well, it's not a thing that we've done, but it's a thing that might be cool. The main benefit of space mining would be having the materials up there rather than having to move them from Earth to there. Because moving shit into space is really expensive. But sending, like, a mining robot and then getting a little factory going on the moon, it's like, oh, wow, that's way easier. Taking off from the moon is like 80 bazillion times easier than taking off from Earth because there's no atmosphere in the way and the gravity's 1/6 that of Earth. I guess that would also make mining easier, right? Like moving materials at 1/6 gravity. Well, anyway. Doesn't the asteroid belt have 10 times the resource Earth has? The asteroid belt between Mars and the outer planets? No, it has like 80 bajillion, quadrillion, flimptillion, a bajillion, mabugabillion resources more. Also, they're really far away. There's plenty of stuff on the moon that's cool. Moon's got a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, more billion. Yeah, exactly. If we ever establish a lunar civilization, what should the architecture be like? Yeah, unfortunately, with our current technology, wouldn't all buildings that we build on the Mars or the moon or whatever, they would all be like, there'd be no windows. There can't be windows. They has to be underground or like very heavily shielded because the space radiation, it'll deck you. All the radiation from the sun and from the rest of the universe would destroy your DNA. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. That's true, Blablada. Vaush, the asteroid belt is way less dense than a proper planet slash satellite, so I don't know if it has much more stuff than Mars. Yeah, but it's really big. It's less dense, but it's very big. There's a lot of asteroids out there. It's very big. Are there not radiation filtering windows? No, no, not on the level you need here. Keep in mind, radiation it's light. I mean, we're talking pure energy, basically. There are types of radiation that can cut through like basically everything, except lead. They would, yeah, no, it'd be a concern. ISS has windows though, right? Don't the ISS windows have don't the ISS windows specifically face the planet? ISS windows radiation. Except for its windows, oh, hold on. Except for its windows, most of the ISS is covered with a radiation-stopping MLI. Does an astronaut seated next to a window get exposed to more radiation? Yes. I think the main issue is that ISS astronauts can get cycled out a lot more reliably than you could for, like, the moon. Oh! ISS is in the magnetosphere. That's right. Wait. That's totally true. Wait, hold on. Earth magnetosphere size. I forgot. Yeah, it juts out a while. The Earth's magnetosphere juts about 60,000 kilometers sunward. Okay, yeah. So that's why. God damn, look at that. So this is why ISS can have windows. This doesn't go far enough out to encompass the moon, but it'll protect stuff in Earth orbit from the sun, to an extent at least. Yeah, the Earth is cool. You see flashes of radiation when you close your eyes in the ISS. That's fucking spooky. Look at the view from the ISS. Yeah. Clouds. Hey, Poopwater69. I'll consider it. Howdy. Or is this the Apollo, not the ISS? Okay. Well, it is a window. This is the ISS? Okay, gotcha. Does that make sense? The magnetosphere stuff? Yeah, it's the magnetosphere is it's because we have an iron core, right? The iron core inside iron is the most abundant element on Earth, and our core and much of our mantle is made of it, and it spins. And it's basically a giant molten magnet that spins and generates a magnetic field that bends, well, everything, I guess, and sort of deflects a lot of the radiation, which is, you know, pretty cool. Without that, we couldn't have life. Not on the surface, at least. Katybugs, I said I saw. It is pretty wacky. Do you think the space stuff is a little short-sighted with everything being so dire here on Earth? I used to feel that way, but I think there's the way I try to think about it is this. First of all, they're not really mutually exclusive, but I think that in times of like great crisis, having a goal or a mission or an ambition can be really effective in bringing people together. And I think stuff like this can be like one of the rare, almost like universally um, uh, 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 impressive stuff. It brings people together in like a broader sense. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's value to that. For as long as it's not totally corporate owned, at least. I'll go over it soon, Hugo. Don't worry. Like the space race is viewed generally positively. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. The space race was tainted with a lot of like national bullshit. Okay, like okay, here's a good example. I don't know the full history on this. It's actually pretty complicated, but like during the Cold War, Western and Soviet scientists actually had kind of a cool rapport going on sometimes, especially with space race stuff or like pure research that didn't have any like immediate military application. There were there were points during the Cold War where things felt less like potential end of the world and a bit more like the Olympics, you know? Like people were petty and mean, but the space race was more like the kind of petty competition that you'd get for like the Olympics than you'd get for like two countries fighting geopolitically. You know what I mean? Like the attitude sometimes shifted a bit. And there are all these little stories you can hear about how like Soviet and American scientists were bickering at each other and like claiming the other's research was wrong, or like like the Soviet scientists like accused Berkeley of the one video from the one YouTuber where they were like, that's not real, and the Berkeley scientists were like, no, that's not real, you know, and they were like, don't get me wrong, it's still competition, but it's better than a lot of the stuff that was going on during the Cold War, you know. And stuff like this is the heritage of all mankind. You know, it's good to feel good. Artist rendition of Solar Wind. Yeah, Nipply Nips, I think, in part. Solar Wind is spooky, dude. Hey, can you stop stealing our helium? Hey, sun, can you stop exhuming tiny like low density clouds of elemental material that brush off the outer reaches of our atmosphere and rob us of our limited supply of helium? Can you stop that, please? Can you not do that? The magnetosphere can deflect radiation, but it can't really deflect like the solar wind as well. Not all of it, at least. The helium would be unretrievable either way. Yeah, but wouldn't it be more fun if there was just like a shell of helium up at the top of the atmosphere? That'd be more fun, I think. We need to build a wall. Yeah. Sleeping on the space station. I don't know if this is copyright. You're going to make me nervous, San. That's some other time. Other way around, it reflects solar winds, but not radiation. Doesn't it reflect radiation? Otherwise, we would all have sunburns all the time and die.